Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Marhaban, ahlan wa sahlan bikum. Welcome to a new series of Islamic and Qur'anic Arabic lessons with me, Dr. Imran Alawiye. As is clearly obvious from the title, this series is aimed at those who are interested in deepening their knowledge and understanding of the Holy Qur'an and Islamic text. From this standpoint, I will begin this series with an in-depth analysis of the most prominent chapter of the Holy Qur'an, namely suratul-Faatiha, which should be recited by every Muslim at least 17 times during the course of a day. Yeah. And to get the ball rolling, I will dedicate this lesson to the what we call Basmala or Tasmiyah, and that is to say Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, which is an opening verse of this surah. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, because there is a lot to say about Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Okay, shall we start? Let's get on with it. The first thing I want to look at is the first part of that verse. Bismillah. Bismillah, which means by the name of Allah. In the name of Allah. Now, look at the Bismi. Bismi consists and comprises of two things. B and then Ismun. B, which is a preposition, harf jar. Ismun is a noun. Now, but when it's combined, you have Bismi. So alif is removed. Why? And also Ismun becomes Ismi. Why kasra? Oh, the answer is this. Now, as for the kasra with me, is mismi, is because of the ba. That's the preposition. When you have preposition followed by a singular noun, and that will be kasra. Okay, it will be in a genitive case. But for the alif, which has been removed, that's done because of two things. So two conditions must have been met to remove that alif. Number one, we have B before ism, which is here, B, Bismi. Number two, we have Ismu Jalala, the word Allah after ism, which is here, Bismillahi. So that's why the alif is removed. Necessarily means if one of those two conditions is absent, then the alif will be retained, as we will see. Now, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim is mentioned in the Quran 114 times, which means every single surah starts with Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, except one, which is Surah 9, suratul-Tawbah. Okay, the reason why we'll go to that in the future. Now, but suratul-Naml has two Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, one at the beginning and one during the course of the surah itself. So Surat An-Naml. And Surat An-Naml is Surah 27. And in the ayah 30, there is another Bismillah. Innahu min Sulaymana. Innahu wa innahu Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Okay. In all these Basmala, the alif is removed because the two conditions required, they are there. Now, but the Quran, there are a number of places where Bismillah, the alif is retained because one of the conditions is not there. An example of that is in suratul-Waqi'ah, which is Surah 56, ayah 74 and ayah 96. فَسَبِّحْ بِاسْمِ رَبِّكَ الْعَظِيمِ. فَسَبِّحْ بِاسْمِ رَبِّكَ Al-Azim. Now, if you look at Fasabbih, it actually means, therefore, glorify your Lord. Glorify the name of your Lord, the most great. Fasabbih, glorify. Bismi Rabbik, the name of your Lord. Al-Azim, the most great. Now, look at the Fasabbih Bismi. The alif is retained. Why? Although we have B, but after ism, there is no kalimat jalala. Ism jalala, Allah, it's not there. It's a Rabbi instead of Allah. So therefore, the alif is retained. Fasabbih Bismi Rabbi. The E is there for the same reason, because that's a B. Okay, another surah where that is the case is in suratul-Alaq, the first ayah in suratul-Alaq, which is the first ayah revealed to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and that's Iqra bismi rabbika. Iqra, read. Bismi rabbika alladhi khalaq. Read in the name of your Lord who created everything. Again, Iqra bismi Rabbi. We don't have kalimat jalala, Allah, after ism. So therefore, the alif is retained. That's the first thing to clarify. Okay. Now, we know why we have bismi, kasra. But why do we have bismillahi, also genitive? Because bismi, if you look at the i'rab, which is parsing, that's to say, if you analyze the component of the phrase, Bismillahi, you will say B, that's harf jar, this preposition. Ismi is majroor because of B, and also ism is what we call mudaf. This is the idafa construct, that is to say possessive construct. So ismi is mudaf, and kalimat jalala, Allah, is mudaf ilayhi. That's the reason why you have kalimat jalala, Allah, the kasra here, because it's in the idafa or possessive construct. Hopefully that is clear. Right, okay. Let's again have a look at the way we actually read this phrase, Bismillah. You will see that lam of Allah is muraqqaqa. You read it with tarqiq. That means light, not thick. You say Bismillah, Bismillah. You don't say Bismillah. That's the mufakhama. So lam here, muraqqaqa, is light. You say Bismillah, not Bismillah. Okay, so Bismillah. Now, Bismillah is recommended that every time we want to start something, as a Muslim, we say Bismillah. Qulu dawman Bismillah. Always say Bismillah, whatever you do. Now, there is a gift within that. And the gift is, but if you get used to say Bismillah all the time, which we should as a Muslim, it means you are automatically checking your action and what you are saying. How? Because you don't want to say Bismillah when you're about to commit an offense. You don't want to say Bismillah when you want to engage in something which is not allowed. So your conscience will check. You say, hang on a minute. I'm saying in the name of Allah, by the name of Allah, and I'm about to sign something which is not truth. No, when you are dealing with the statement of truth, and you say Bismillah, you need to say, hang on a minute, how can I have this audacity to say Bismillah and commit an offense? And I'm about to talk in a very bad way to other people, about other people, or to steal something, or to drink something which is not allowed, or to eat something which is not allowed, and you want to say, or to go somewhere where you're not allowed to be, or to open your dodgy dodgy website and then do you say Bismillah? No, because that how is a gift for us. If we know to start something, you need to say Bismillah, so that will check you to say what you're doing, is that correct or not? So Bismillah, always say Bismillah. So it's a very essential phrase for us as a Muslim. Qulu dawman Bismillah. Always say Bismillah, by the name of Allah, who give us ability to do and to say what we are about to say or to do. Bismillah, always say Bismillah. Okay, that's a Bismillah. Now, shall we look at the Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim? Let's pay attention to the writing of it. How it's written. So we say Bismillahir-Rah. Bismillahir-Rah. Now that Ra is mufakhama, which means thick. Don't say Bismillahir-Rah. It's Bismillahir-Rah. That's mufakhama. That's first thing. So Bismillahir-Rahman. There is a meme and then there's a lengthening alif after that meme. So Bismillahir-Rahman. That's the lengthening alif. However, in the Quran, you will see that it's not written as a stick alif. You see a bit of line on top of the meme. And that we call that al-alifu al-khanjariyah. Al-alifu al-khanjariyah, which means dagger alif. However, you may see that in Quran, if you are in the Maghrib al-Arabi, مثلا, you're in North Africa, you may see a copy of Quran which has that stick alif. So also that is correct. So either you have the dagger alif or the stick alif, they're correct, both of them. So Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim. Ra also in the Rahim is also mufakhama. Don't say Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rah. Is both of the Ra, which is Shamsiyah as well. So you link Bismillahir with the sukoon embedded within the Ra, that shadda. So Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim. The other thing is, look at the Ar-Rahman, the Ar-Rahim, the root letter. Those three letters are the same. Ra, Ha, and Mim, which carries the meaning of kindness, mercy, love, and so on. Tenderness, or Rahman. Okay? Now, in the Quran, anytime you're reading Quran, look out for those three letters, Ra, Ha, and Mim, in that order, regardless of other interrupting letters in the beginning, the middle, the end. Just watch out for those Ra, Ha, and Mim. When you see that, let's be on alert that whatever you are looking at has that embedded meaning of tenderness, mercy, love, and so on. So, and then let's look at the parsing, which is the Arab analysis of the component of the phrase. We'll talk about Bismillah. So Bismillah, you can see if you look at it as a jumla fi'aliyya, you can say, okay, that is actually maf'ulun bihi. As if you are saying, abtadi'u, I will start whatever I'm doing now with Bismillah. That's if you consider to be a jumla fi'aliyya. So the Bismillah itself will be in position of maf'ulun bihi. And if you look at it as nominal sentence or jumla al-ismiyya, as if you're saying ibtida'i, whatever, and that will be, in a sense, that will be predicate, khabar, li mubtada mahdhuf, ibtida'i, and then predicate. So here you have ism, mudaf, Allah, mudaf ilayhi, then ar-Rahmani, that is your first adjective, which is modifying ismul jalala. Bismillahir-Rahmani. That's why it's carrying kasra, because it's modifying or describing ismul jalala. and Ar-Rahimi, that's the second sifa as well. It's also that's your second adjective. Again, it's modifying Ismul Jalala. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Here we are. So you have, I hope, some insight to the word or the phrase Basmala or Tasmiyah, which we call Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. A little bit of analysis of the component of that phrase. And hopefully whenever you read Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, you remember some of these analyses that I've just outlined, and you have a new relationship with this beautiful part of the opening of the Qur'an al-Karim. Yeah, I hope you find this analysis useful, and please let me hear your comments about this new series, and looking forward to read the comment, inshallah. Next time we're going to start with the main body of suratul-Faatiha. As I say, I'm going to spend time on the surah, maybe it could be 3 or 4 lessons, just to give it a little bit of thorough analysis, inshallah. Well done, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you are new to this channel, or even if you are not new and you haven't registered your name yet, please subscribe and send the link to those who think might derive some benefit from this analysis, inshallah. I'll see you next time, inshallah, and in the meantime, مع السلامة إلى اللقاء في أمان الله.